Inhale through the nose, hold that energy in the heart, and as you exhale, feel that energy expand in the heart. Make sure you're exhaling out of the nose during this process. And do this a few times. It is recommended to kind of imagine a light energy as you are breathing in. This can be emerald, pink, a specific color. This can be white. Know that you are universal love. You are unconditioned. You are limitless. You are held. You are safe in this space. You are a reflection of the all that is. And as you're doing this process, it's interesting because I'm feeling like stretching. So some of you may be feeling like needing to stretch or move your body in certain ways. Please feel free to do that. And when you are ready or you feel called, focus your breathing on your tailbone, your root chakra, right around your butt crack. And do the same thing that we were doing with the heart, inhaling through the nose, strengthening and bringing that energy down to the root. And then as you exhale out of the nose, imagine that energy expanding in that base area. What we're doing is we are going to pull an extension out of our tailbone that is always there, connected to Gaia. We are grounding. Anytime that we journey, we travel, we meditate with the intention to connect with the divine, it is important to connect with Gaia, our mother here. Honor her. Feel this cord of energy spiral down into the earth plane, all the way down into the core if you can, anchoring you here. We are now going to focus our breathing on our heart. So breathing into the heart, holding that energy there. And as you exhale, breathe down into the root. Feel that energy move down into the root chakra, the tailbone. Do this a few times. And as you're doing this, I want you to become aware of the top of your head, your brow space. Here, just become aware. Feel this space. As we are now setting the intention as a collective to expand this area for us to connect with divine source, creator energy. Pulling that down through the crown, third eye, the throat, and connecting it in the heart. For those of you who visualize, you can imagine white light source or gold energy coming down through the crown, third eye, throat, and resting at the heart, and moving down throughout your entire body, but really resting in the heart. I then want you to become aware of you pulling this energy up from Gaia, surrounding yourself in an auric field of protection, and also pulling down from divine source and surrounding yourself with that field of protection. Now, some of you will just know that this is occurring. You can will your way in this process. Now, as we move forward, I want you to focus your breathing again, like we did at the beginning, into your heart space, but I want you to relax. So not too much focus there, we're relaxing. And I want you to set the intention today to connect with your innermost heart temple. We all carry this space. It'll look different within all of us. What I find is when we do not try or we don't expel a lot of energy, this information comes to us consistently or more easily. It's a knowing. I know some of you mentioned going through tough times with your heart space. We're tapping into the infinite heart space, so hopefully some healing will be received, our assistance with releasing certain things in the heart space. But I want you to visualize, if you can, or feel yourself as you're breathing in and out calmly into the heart space, an energy of a vortex forming here at the center of your chest and pulling a layer of you inside. You are going somewhere. You are heading into your heart chakra. Now take your time with this process. Some of you might want to visualize yourself standing outside of yourself and falling into this vortex energy. And others of you, you will feel yourself just enter into this space. Now this space will look very different to each of you. Whether it's just being surrounded by color, by light, if it's somewhere in nature, if it's a mountain, if you're inside somewhere. But I want you to know and communicate with yourself that there's a temple here. And you're supposed to go to that temple. I want you to head there. I want you to will yourself there, to know that you're heading into this space. To feel that you are in this space. And I want it to naturally come to this collective. Allow it to naturally form around you. What does it look like? Are you outside? Are you heading in? Are you already inside of the heart temple? Are there people there? Are there beings there to meet you? And take your time with this process. If you find that your mind is communicating with you quite heavily throughout, bring your attention back to your breathing. Don't pay it much mind. This is strengthening the bonds with divine rather than your mental body. And you'll know the difference, because divine just flows and the mental body is chattery. So as you are exploring this space or entering into this temple, you're already inside the temple exploring or noticing what's around you, I want you to notice that there is a door in front of you or to the side, wherever it presents itself. Some of you may have a lot of doors in this temple, but there's a portal. And this portal has a lot of symbols around it. It's your soul's language. Some of you may be very receptive to this energy. It could look like light language, a language that's very familiar to you. It could be glowing. There might not be symbols around it, but you can perceive that there's a language or an energy surrounding this door. I want you to know that you're very protected in this space in your heart temple. Nothing can touch you here. We are very, very protected. This is the space through which we often travel into higher spaces. We are going to be accessing Akasha today. This is the form of everything that is. A lot of people associate this with past life, future life energy, all the lives that you have lived, every record about your blueprint. What I feel today specifically, and this is important with spiritual journeying of any sort, especially when we access higher states, to set your intention. Our intention today as a collective is to receive any insights, information, vision, clarity, healing that may assist us on our journey here, as this is a very destined process. All of you who are joining me in this process today, this is very destined. We are sitting here together on this journey to receive something that might be of importance in the future, in the now, in the past. For a lot of you, I feel this is information about your blueprint, your soul energy. and less around past and future lives, but really this is universal. So as we prepare to head into this portal, this gateway of energy, I want you to set your own personal intention. Are you desiring to release anything? Are you desiring to find clarity on something? For most of you, I would recommend to dive into your internal workings rather than anything pertaining to the external world, whether that's connections, relationships around you, career, what's going to happen, in the future. I want you to dive into the workings of your internal being, finding something. That is what Akasha very much orients itself around, the value of that. And many people cannot or have a difficult time accessing Akasha due to just a certain level of vibrational energy. So we're working with this field today, and I want you to prepare to head into this portal or gateway of energy. There could be a guide with you. Be open to the presence of inviting the divine source, your guides, your counsel, your team of energy. You could see or feel cosmic influences. Now, each of you heading through this gateway or portal, you might go somewhere different. It might not seem much different for some of you. For some of you, this might look like a library. This might look like another land. You might be whisked off somewhere. You might see certain symbols or signs. We're going to take the space now to allow any messages that the collective needs to connect with, to receive. Allowing the space beyond time to do so. I have a feeling that some of you might feel certain things in your body. Even if you've visualized, it might be a little bit more difficult to pull or visualize at a certain point. And so you might feel certain things within your body. Allow yourself to just kind of surrender into whatever is coming up for you. Now, if at any point you receive anything, whether it's a feeling, a vision, a knowing, allow yourself to make a conscious effort to exclaim to the divine in some way that you receive, that you are open to receiving, and express your gratitude always. It's very interesting because I feel something working within the collective sphere right now of energy. Some of you who are tapping in now, who have started this process or who are just observing, you may experience, and even now, you may experience further information, clarity, insights, visions, dreams about this meditation over the next period of time. Again, time does not exist in higher spaces, and it looks a lot different than it does here. I do feel like many of you are kind of working your way out of this space. So we're going to head out of this space. Now you can head into this space at any point in time in the future. Just make sure you ground, root, you connect with Divine Source, and you also connect with your heart temple to move into the Akasha or higher layers of being. When you head in, take your time, be patient, and as you are leaving and intending to ground when you do these meditations, retrace your steps backwards. We never want to rush into grounding, especially if you're very purposeful at the beginning. So at this time, we are moving out of this space. I recommend saying goodbyes if you have to say goodbye to anyone. Moving out of this space. And I want you to head back into the heart temple. Through the gateway, through the portal energy, head back into the heart temple. And I want you, if you are able to, place your hands on the ground of this heart temple and bless this space. Express your gratitude for yourself. What you are viewing, feeling, seeing, experiencing is a reflection of your own inner divinity, your limitlessness. And as you are heading out of the heart temple, or I would guide you to begin to head out of the heart temple, I would then recommend that you set your intention to connect with the vortex of energy that allowed you to connect with this heart temple in the first place as you are now leaving this space. So imagine yourself, feel yourself coming out of this heart vortex, standing in front of yourself, or however you first envisioned yourself heading into this vortex, or some of you might have just even appeared there. I want you to set the intention to experience and plant and ground all of your bodies into this physical vessel here. Wiggle your fingers and toes if you were laying down or sitting. Again, you might feel called to stretch or move your body. Feel your anchor at your root, your tailbone, going down into the earth. Feel Divine Source through your crown, wrapped around you in a bubble. And we are grounding. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone, greetings, greetings, greetings for those of you who were able to go on this journey. Marie, absolutely. Feel free. I think I have you on Instagram if that's easier, but I also have you on here. You can message me. You can also, for those of you who went through this process, I would really love to hear, did you retrieve anything? Did you have any visions? Now, I want you to know what we just experienced was you exploring your multidimensionality. So your sixth sense, which we all have.